South China finally reacted. He was in school. Let's see how this will work out. The rocket artillery aren't even protected, man. If he's able to take that out. Hey, set your light tanks and armored cars to work, man. You could have sent them all. Saudi Arabia is too confident for his own good. Still has 21 more fast units he can send in as well.
1 hour later.
I told China to attack with the half of his units, the railroad guns, the other half, the rocket artillery. Look at what he's doing, man. Why do you go around? I told him to attack these unprotected rocket artillery, man. They have no meat shield. 24 of them. And instead of going over this way and then like this, he's going through the hills and runs right into another big stack of 30 freaking artillery. Come on, think twice before you move. I can't handle any stupidness anymore. These guys, they just make mistake after mistake after mistake. Everything they do, they have to triple check it. Every move they need to make, I need to tell them how to do it, when to do it. It's like I'm feeding milk to a baby, man. Jesus Christ, I can't handle this anymore. I just want this game to end, man. How can you play like this? His armored cars were in the city here. It's very easy to go through the plains and then into the hills to capture those. But no, he's taking the long way around, getting pounded in the process by all these artillery. What is he doing, man? At least now finally he has been able to reach the railroad guns and to log in melee combat. He should have had one stack, man, half his armored cars and light tanks all stacked together. One of his 2 stacks didn't even make it to the target. It's making me so angry, man. And so sad at the same time. I don't know whether I want to burst out in tears or smash a punching ball, you know? Also over here, his units are not stacked. He has a stack of 3 infantry. Here he's gonna send in his tank destroyers to take out rocket artillery instead of going after the railroad guns. Tank destroyers, they... oh my god! Infantry, they counter unarmored units. So these infantry, they should attack the rocket artillery. And tank destroyers, they counter heavy armor like railroad guns. He's using even the wrong unit classes to attack the other units, man. He doesn't stack his units neither.
A few minutes later.
Oh my god, look at that. By going in separately, they can pick off 1 stack at a time, and once they kill it, they can get a new shot in only 1 minute, so you take double as damage as necessary. They're in the hills. All those artillery, they're unstoppable. I've been a bit unfair against South China. Yeah, maybe I should have told him to retreat, because attacking them in the hills is not really an option. Maybe should have let him pull back into the plains, because he's not attacking in the most advantageous terrain. And I think I've chosen a build and that I'm demanding my team's things that are above their skill level and the activity level. So I have been quite unfair to them, I guess. I wanted to go complete alliance versus alliance style with only 1 unit type per player like the Axis team did, but I didn't feel confident that my team would be able to pull it off. But a mono unit strategy would have been an easier approach for our players, because then only you have to focus on one thing, but it would have required more activity and more working together. Would also have been more efficient on the resources, and I should also have gone for railroad guns, right? Don't know if Germany is going to do anything. He's a good player. I don't think he's gonna put himself into difficulty. I wanted to send my artillery to the west front, but I was asked to help with Siberia, then they asked me to help with Kazakhstan, which I all did, but now I'm so far from the thick of the fight. We also have Persia now, who is advancing with medium tanks and with his rocket artillery.
A few minutes later.
I should have told South China to pull back. It was a difficult proposition to attack those rocket artillery in the hills, but they didn't have a meat shield, so it was a very tempting target. However, the artillery stack from Iraq wasn't in our line of sight yet, and I was offline afterwards for sports. He's overstacked. He should split that up in 3 artillery stacks and split off also those fast units, the light tanks and the armored cars. I think he's offline and just sent his entire army to the front line, because if I would have seen that stack, I wouldn't have told South China to attack. That's my bad. They're very desperate to try to end this. All their interceptors are patrolling, even a group of only 2 units, but I see that they're just protecting close by, but they're not targeting any land units. Look at that. That's pretty impressive, man. Also, Ethiopia is now coming. Yeah, we can stop this, man. We have nothing left. Most of the units are gone already. Also, north over here, there's a lot of movement. Artillery coming in the mountains. What is happening over here? Come on, Tibet, man. What are you doing? You're not gonna attack artillery in the mountains. They get a bonus there. You're on the plains, man. You're gonna get caught anyway. All these units, they need to move back over here in the hills. Artillery gets 50% bonus in the mountains, even though they only have 4. You need to play efficient. More and more units are coming. They're gonna get trapped on the plains if they are not careful. They have to defend here in the hills, where artillery, rocket artillery get a 70% terrain bonus, and they're gonna be less at risk. As a Pan-Asian doctrine, you really need to exploit those terrain bonuses. Well, you should always exploit terrain bonuses, no matter with what doctrine you play, but for Pan-Asian, it's really important. You have 10% less HP, you have only early game unit bonuses for the weaker units, to be honest, so you need to play very smartly if you want to have the advantage.
A few moments later.
Honestly, this game is starting to change into Shakespeare drama. Now we got Manchukuo over here, who is sending all these units to counter a simple armored car. What is that? Why? And I don't know what is Tibet doing over here. He's trying to counter an armored car with artillery. That's not gonna work, man. You need to bring your artillery safely to your core provinces. Start building bunkers. He doesn't have many units left. He needs to fall back with all that he has. We've got South China, who is basically on a suicide mission. He's continuing. Come on. I told him to attack that railroad gun, but he claims that he is too slow. He can't take it. Come on, man. These are hills, but it's a small province. These are the plains. Plains, right? Check this. Pan-Asian tank destroyer. Speed 46, and on the plains they get a 25% speed bonus and 70% strength bonus. More attack. 25 addition to 46, that's about 12. He moves at 58. 58. Railroad guns move at 20. He has 58. So even in enemy terrain at only 30 speed, he's still 50% faster than the railroad guns, man. Take that single railroad gun out.
A few minutes later.
The fight is already over with the railroad guns. There's even more fast units incoming of Ethiopia. 10 armored cars level 2 and 3 motorized infantry. South China only has 4 light tanks and 2 armored cars left, and his attack was poorly planned because he was in school. Well, it is what it is. This looks like GG, man. These artillery, they're not gonna make it back as well, I think. We have little units over here. The majority of the units have been killed. We still have quite some forces over here, but Germany is a smart player. He's not gonna engage if he doesn't have the advantage. Xinjiang has a big stack over here as well. Korea keeps sending units to try in an attempt to contain West Yakutia. Ooh, that hurts. That stack is almost gone. But we have now also California. That has arrived. Damn, man. But at least now he's using his ships efficiently. 10 over here, 11 over here. Well, that's fine. That stack is gonna be gone very fast. And then he can do the same with the Californian stack, because only his 10 battleships deal damage, and he has 20 ships that deal damage. So just by splitting up, he will be able to take down both those stacks normally. On top of it, I see that these battleships, they're targeting the city of Makassar instead of attacking the navy. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. What are you doing? He's upgrading? So close at the front line? Oh, that is risky business, man. 1 hour 30 still. Jesus.
20 minutes later.
I see a very slow unit coming in here. 30 minutes for this slow distance. This must be the railroad gun. So he's using his armored car as a scout. So I'm moving back my armored cars for now. Need to be able to lure that railroad gun out. But he's using his armored car to capture provinces. Push us back with the railroad gun so that the railroad guns can stay in friendly territory. And we don't have bombers to take them out. They have a very efficient strategy. We didn't make bombers because they have air dominance with their Axis interceptors that are the best in the game, and the rocket fighters. Each of them has a special designated role. Some are the meat shield, some are the artillery, some are the railroad guns, some are the air, and some are the muscle, like over here Persia. Also Libya. You can't stop this efficient gameplay, man. They're extremely efficient, they're active, they've got a good bunch of players. Only their player quality already outmatches the 3 other teams. I just just assigned the teams randomly. I didn't check the players, their profiles, and the Axis team turned out to be a bunch of overpowered players compared to all the others. But as a Comintern are based here all over the ex-Soviet Union, Pan-Asian are all over here, Southeast Asia, there wasn't really another alternative to make the power blocks. I've made a new player join Quebec. He's a very good player, won at least 3 speed game maps with his team, plays in the player league as well, so he's gonna be able to lead the Allies team more properly. The Allies team, they should have landed in Europe and Africa early on in the game, and I guess they're gonna have fortified their coast with naval bombers and subs, so even invading there will be too late. The Axis team has too many points, 2,530, another 1,400 and they're done. They just need to beat us and they're gonna win. At least here we've got the advantage now. The New Zealand stack is gone. Luckily he was inactive. He's trying to run away, but there's a speed difference of 25%, so we are faster. Yeah, go man, don't let him get away. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and hit that bell button for notifications. I want to say a warm thank you to my members and elite members for supporting this channel.